There is a kind of wisdom that only age can grant, a richness in the soul that doesn't come from books or busy calendars or hurried accomplishments. To everyone listening in their golden years, we honor you. We see the miles you've walked, the storms you weathered, and the quiet strength you've carried through decades of change. You are not forgotten. You are not alone. And you are not too late. Too often, in the stillness of late evenings, in the silence between conversations, there is a whisper, soft but persistent. A memory, a regret, something left unsaid. A choice that might have been different. A version of yourself you wish you'd been. These whispers don't scream, but they linger, and they weigh on the spirit far more than time ever could. But what if I told you you don't have to carry them anymore? What if this very moment, right now, could be the first step toward release? Not a forgetting, but a cleansing. Not denial, but deep, soulful acceptance. Letting go of regret isn't erasing the past. It's learning how to carry your story with grace and finally laying down what was never meant to be carried this far. You see, regret isn't proof that we failed. Regret is proof that we cared, and caring is beautiful. But you deserve peace now. You deserve mornings that aren't haunted and nights that aren't heavy. You deserve to breathe freely, deeply without the ghost of what-ifs clouding your air. This is not a self-help talk. This is a soul invitation, a spiritual journey back to yourself. And so, with gentleness, with reverence, and with profound respect for everything you've lived through, we begin. Today, we open a door, not to forget the past, but to free ourselves from being trapped within it. Let's begin your spiritual cleanse, not because you're broken, but because you're finally ready to feel whole. We are not just the lives we've lived. We are also the stories we've told ourselves about those lives. Think about it. Two people can live through the same moment, but walk away with completely different truths. Because it's not always what happened. It's what we believed about what happened, and sometimes, without even realizing it, we begin to repeat these stories in our minds quietly, consistently, until they start feeling like unchangeable truths. I should have done better. I hurt someone I loved. I waited too long. I was never enough. I missed my chance. Words so sharp, they cut us even now. But let me ask you something. What if those stories weren't the whole truth? What if you were doing the best you could, with the awareness you had, in the situation you were in? What if the choices you regret were actually made from a place of love, or fear, or even hope? You see, regret often grows when we judge our past self with the wisdom of our present self. And that's not fair to you. You are older now, wiser. You see more clearly today. But back then, you didn't have today's light. And so the first spiritual step to letting go is compassion, not just for others, but for yourself. Can you look back at yourself, not with blame, but with kindness? Can you soften the tone of your inner storyteller? Because sometimes the weight we carry isn't just the regret itself, it's the way we narrate it. So today, gently, we begin to rewrite that inner script. Not to lie to ourselves, but to finally see ourselves not as failures, but as humans. Humans who loved, humans who tried, humans who stumbled and got back up again and again. And maybe that is enough. Breathe in that possibility. And as you exhale, let go just a little of the harsh story you've been repeating for years. Because you are not your regrets. You are the light that's still shining behind them. You may not realize it, but regret has weight. Not the kind you can measure on a scale, but the kind that lives silently inside the body, and slowly, quietly, changes the way we move through life. Have you ever noticed how certain memories make your shoulders tense? Or how a passing thought from decades ago can still make your chest tighten? It's not just in your mind, it's in your muscles, your breath, your bones. Regret settles in like dust light enough to ignore at first. But over time, it layers itself over your spirit until the heaviness becomes familiar. You might find yourself sighing more often, feeling tired even after rest, or sensing a kind of emptiness you can't quite explain. That's not just aging, that's emotional residue. Because every I should have, every I wish I hadn't, is a thread tied to your soul, pulling you back, keeping you from feeling fully here, fully alive. And here's the truth no one tells us. The body remembers. Even when the mind tries to move on, even when the heart wants to forgive. But just as the body can store pain, it can also release it. Right now, in this moment, bring your awareness to your breath. Take one deep, slow inhale. And as you exhale, imagine letting go of just one memory that weighs heavy. Not erasing it, not denying it, but loosening its grip on your nervous system. Feel your feet grounding into the earth beneath you. Feel your shoulders drop even slightly. Feel the tension soften, as if your body is saying, I don't want to carry this anymore. Because you don't have to. The spiritual cleanse is not only about the mind, it's about your whole being. Every breath you take with intention is an invitation for peace. Every moment of awareness is a step toward healing. And every time you release even the smallest regret, you make room for something beautiful to return. Presence, lightness, wholeness. This is your time, dear soul. Not just to remember who you were, but to feel again who you still are. So much of our regret comes from this one deep-rooted belief. If only I had tried harder, maybe things would have turned out differently. It's a whisper many of us have lived with, sometimes for years, sometimes for a lifetime. But behind that whisper lies a deeper illusion, the illusion of control. You see, we grow up being taught that we shape our destiny, that we make choices and those choices create our lives. And much of that is true, but not all of it. There are moments you may have buried deep where no matter how hard you tried, things still fell apart. People still walked away. Opportunities still vanished. Pain still came. Not because you failed, but because life had other plans. And perhaps the hardest part of healing regret is realizing that some things were never yours to control. You couldn't change someone's heart. You couldn't stop that loss. You couldn't see what you didn't yet know. You couldn't hold together what was already breaking. And that doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Regret often disguises itself as responsibility. We tell ourselves we should have done more. But maybe, just maybe, what really hurts is that we couldn't. And so today, we invite a sacred practice. Acceptance. Not as surrender, not as giving up, but as the quiet wisdom of the soul that says, I did what I could, and I forgive myself for the rest. Take a deep breath. Feel the space between your ribs expand. Now gently exhale the weight of trying to rewrite the past. You are not the author of everything that happened. You were a part of it, yes. But you were never meant to carry the whole book. Some chapters were written by time, some by others, some by the unknown. And it's okay. It's okay to let go of what you could not have changed. Because your strength is not in holding on. It's in knowing when to release. And now, this very moment is your permission, slipper, to breathe again without blame. To stand in the truth that you did not fail life simply unfolded in ways you couldn't always control. And there is freedom in that. A quiet, sacred freedom, waiting for you to claim it. Forgiveness. Such a simple word. Yet one of the deepest gifts we can offer ourselves. For many, the word forgiveness can feel heavy, like a task too big to carry, or a door too difficult to open. But what if forgiveness isn't about others? What if it's first and foremost about you? The regrets you hold, the guilt, the what-ifs, and the pain tied to your past often come with a harsh judge inside, a voice that repeats, you should have, you must pay for, you are not enough. That voice, dear one, is not your true self. It's a worn-out story you have carried far too long. Forgiveness is not forgetting. It is not saying what happened was okay. It's not excusing the hurt. It is a gentle act of kindness toward your own heart, an opening, a clearing, for peace to grow. When you forgive yourself, Jed, you are telling your soul, I see your pain, I honor your journey, and I release the chains of blame. It doesn't mean the regret vanishes overnight. Healing is a process, a sacred journey. But forgiveness is the first step, a doorway from suffering to freedom. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable. Place your hand over your heart. Breathe deeply. Say quietly, I forgive myself for the moments I could not be perfect. I forgive myself for the mistakes I made with the best I had. I release the burden of blame, and I open my heart to peace. Feel the tension soften. The tightness in your chest begin to ease. Forgiveness is the balm your soul has been waiting for. You deserve that balm. You deserve that freedom. Because the heart that forgives is the heart that finally feels light again. As we journey deeper into releasing regret, there is a powerful companion that often goes unnoticed: gratitude. It may seem strange to think of gratitude when your heart feels heavy with if-onlys and what could have beens. But gratitude is not about denying your pain. It's about shifting your focus just enough to let in the small lights. Because even in lives filled with struggle and loss, there are moments of beauty, moments that have quietly shaped who you are. Maybe it's the smile of a grandchild, the kindness of a friend, the resilience you discovered when life tested you, the simple breath you take right now. Gratitude doesn't erase the past. It doesn't rewrite the story. But it gives you a new lens, a way to see your life as a tapestry, woven with threads of both challenge and grace. Try this with me now. Close your eyes and think of one thing, just one thing you are grateful for today. It might be small. It might be something you've overlooked. Feel that gratitude in your chest, like a gentle warmth spreading through your body. That warmth is a seed of healing, a seed of peace. And each time you water that seed with gratitude, it grows stronger, turning regret's heavy weight into a lighter, softer presence. You don't have to rush this. Gratitude is not a race. It's a practice, a daily choice to notice the good, even in the darkest moments. Because in gratitude, we find a sacred truth. Every experience, every joy, every sorrow has brought you here, to this very moment. And this moment is your gift. The greatest gift you can give yourself after releasing regret is the gift of presence. Too often, our minds wander, caught between what was and what might have been. But your golden years, this sacred chapter, deserve to be lived fully, right here, right now. Imagine for a moment what it feels like to simply be present. No regrets pulling you backward. No worries pulling you forward, just this breath, this heartbeat, this moment. Presence is not something you have to find. It's already within you, waiting patiently to be noticed. When you embrace the present moment, you open your heart to life's simple miracles. The warmth of sunlight on your skin, the laughter of loved ones, the beauty of a quiet morning. Living fully now means choosing to engage with the world around you, to savor the small joys, to connect deeply with those you love, and to honor your own needs and desires. It doesn't mean forgetting the past or ignoring the lessons learned. It means stepping forward with an open heart, free from the weight of regret. Take a deep breath. Feel the aliveness in your body. Know that this moment, right now, is a precious gift. And with each breath you take, you affirm your intention to live fully, with grace, with gratitude, and with peace. Because your story is still unfolding, and your golden years can be the most radiant chapter yet. In this journey of releasing regret, one of the most profound healers is connection to others and to yourself. We are not meant to carry our burdens alone. The heart finds solace in compassion, both given and received. Think about the times when a kind word, a gentle touch, or simply someone's presence helped lighten your emotional load. That is the power of community, a circle of support where you can be seen, heard, and accepted without judgment, without the need to explain or defend. As you cleanse your spirit of regret, invite connection into your life. Reach out to friends or family. Share your feelings openly, or simply listen with an open heart. Compassion begins with yourself. Treat yourself as you would a dear friend, with patience, kindness, and understanding. Allow yourself to be vulnerable. Allow others to be there for you. Because healing thrives in the presence of love, and love, pure unconditional love, is the greatest cleanser of all. So today, take a moment to acknowledge your need for connection, to embrace the community that surrounds you, and the compassion that flows within you. You are not alone on this path. Together, with open hearts, we move toward peace. As we continue this sacred journey of releasing regret, there comes a moment of reflection, a gentle pause to look back, not with judgment, but with the eyes of wisdom. Every experience you've lived, every joy, every sorrow, every choice, every consequence has been a teacher. Even the moments you regret hold lessons wrapped in the fabric of your story. Mindful reflection invites you to revisit your past with kindness, to see not failures but growth, not mistakes but opportunities to learn. Find a quiet space if you can. Breathe deeply and softly ask yourself, what has my journey taught me? How have my challenges shaped my strength? What wisdom have I gained through my struggles? There may be answers that surprise you. Perhaps resilience you never knew you had, or compassion that blossom through pain. Reflection is not about reliving regret. It's about honoring your path, seeing how far you've come. In this awareness, you discover that regret is only one part of your story, not the whole. And with this wisdom, you can step forward with a lighter heart, ready to embrace the fullness of your golden years. As we move toward the close of this chapter, it's time to consider the legacy you wish to leave behind. Regret can weigh heavy, but it need not define your story. Your golden years are a sacred opportunity to create a legacy of peace, love, and wisdom. Think about what matters most to you now. What values, what lessons, what love do you want to pass on? Your life, and with all its twists and turns, is a tapestry rich with meaning. And you hold the power to weave the final threads. By letting go of regret, you free yourself to live fully and freely, to share your story with grace, to inspire others with your courage, and to leave behind a gift that transcends time. You are more than your past mistakes. You are a beacon of strength and hope. So take a moment now and set an intention to live your remaining days with peace in your heart, with joy in your spirit, and with love that endures. This is your legacy. This is your gift to the world. And as you walk this path, you know that every step forward, no matter how small, is a triumph over regret. Acceptance is the gentle art of embracing life exactly as it is, without resistance, without struggle. Often regret grows from the gap between what is and what could have been. But when we practice acceptance, we close that gap with compassion and understanding. Acceptance doesn't mean giving up. It means recognizing the reality of your journey and finding peace within it. Imagine the relief that comes when you stop fighting the past, when you stop wishing things were different, and instead say, "This is my story. I accept it fully." This acceptance softens the heart and frees the mind. It allows you to find calm even amid life's storms. So today, breathe deeply and repeat quietly to yourself, "I accept my life as it is. I release the need to control what cannot be changed. I welcome peace into my heart." With acceptance, you build a foundation of strength and serenity upon which all healing can grow. Your golden years are a time to rest in that peace, a sacred sanctuary within yourself. Joy is not something distant or reserved for another time. It lives within you, waiting quietly to be discovered. In the midst of releasing regret, finding joy may feel like a distant dream, but it is closer than you think. Joy blossoms when you give yourself permission to savor simple pleasures. A warm cup of tea, a gentle breeze, a favorite song, or a heartfelt laugh with a friend. This joy is not dependent on circumstances. It comes from within, a radiant light that shines through even the darkest clouds. Try this now. Recall a moment when you felt truly happy, no matter how small. Let that feeling fill your chest, like sunshine spreading warmth. You deserve this joy. You deserve moments of peace, of laughter, of lightness. Nurture this joy every day with kindness, with gratitude, and with the gentle awareness that happiness is a choice within your reach. Your golden years can be your brightest years, filled with the quiet, profound happiness that comes from within. One of the most important steps in releasing regret is learning to treat yourself with the same kindness you would offer a dear friend. Too often, we are our own harshest critics, reliving mistakes, blaming ourselves, and forgetting that we are human. Self-compassion means recognizing your own pain without judgment. It means giving yourself permission to be imperfect, to make mistakes, and to grow. Imagine speaking to yourself with gentle words. It's okay. You did your best. I forgive you. You are worthy of love and kindness. This simple shift can begin to heal wounds that regret has deepened. When you practice self-compassion, you create a safe space within your heart, a sanctuary where healing and peace can flourish. Remember, you deserve your own love and understanding. Today, start by offering yourself a moment of kindness. Speak softly to your soul and feel the gentle embrace of compassion wrap around you. You are worthy of your own love. Change is a constant companion on life's journey, and especially in our golden years, it can feel both challenging and liberating. Letting go of regret often means embracing change, opening your heart to new possibilities, new ways of thinking, and new ways of being. Change is not the end, it is a beginning. A chance to renew, to grow, and to find deeper meaning. Perhaps you've spent years holding on to old habits, old stories, and old fears. Now is the time to release them gently, to make space for fresh perspectives. Imagine the freedom that comes when you stop resisting change and instead welcome it with curiosity and courage. You have within you the strength to adapt, to evolve, and to thrive. Take a deep breath. Say to yourself, I am open to change. I embrace the new with hope and trust. This is your path to renewal, a beautiful unfolding of your soul's journey. Your golden years are not just the time of endings, but a vibrant beginning full of potential. Forgiveness is a powerful act of liberation, a gift you give not only to others, but most importantly, to yourself. Regret often lingers because wounds remain unhealed, and forgiveness is the salve that soothes the heart. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing harm. It means releasing the hold that pain and anger have on your spirit. Imagine the lightness that comes when you let go of resentment, when you free yourself from the chains of bitterness. Begin by forgiving yourself for the choices you wish you had made differently, for the moments you wish you could change. Then, if you feel ready, offer forgiveness to those who may have hurt you. This journey is deeply personal. Take your time. Be gentle with your heart. As forgiveness grows, you open space for peace, for love, and for joy to fill your life. Your golden years can be a time of profound healing, where forgiveness becomes a doorway to freedom. Dear respected friends, your life experience and wisdom are the greatest strength of this channel. If our thoughts and words resonate with your heart, please consider subscribing, so together we can continue this journey of knowledge and peace. Your presence inspires us, and your support enriches this community deeply. We hope Quiet Mind, Powerful Soul becomes a lasting source of inspiration in your life. Let us walk this path together, where every day brings new understanding, new calm, and renewed energy. Thank you, and may you be blessed with peace and protection.